it means a lot to me, and I think our people of the United States. You know, to have people such as us that volunteer every day to become a soldier, airman, or whatever it is. Through my career, you know, I've met many different people, many different characters, leadership styles, and I believe that we all will make a difference if we sit back and listen to what that private has to say, listen to what that E4 has to say, specialists, the junior enlisted, because they are the future. I never thought that I'd be the oldest guy in the room, you know, but for the last 2-3 years here in the 380th Quartermaster Battalion and Company, I've been the senior. Yes, they call me Uncle Forrest. They've been calling me Uncle Forrest for some years. But I guarantee you, if anything great happens in their life, they're gonna call. I'm gonna tell you a whole lot of things. You may not want to hear them all. I've always told Sergeant Wilson, Sergeant Degree, Sergeant Rasky, Sergeant Taylor, Sergeant Clemens, Lockhart, Principe, Cabanellas, Vic. I'm gonna name all of you know, some boy that just met her. I'm gonna tell you a lot of things, you may not want to hear them all. But somewhere in the future, somebody will trigger that absorption of what I was trying to get to you. That message I was trying to get to you today, you know, is, you know, take your time. Take your time. 2 good hours, you know, first 2 hours of the day. Come to work. You know, as a private, as a PFC, that E7 and that E8 told me, Private Forrest, come to work. That's the first obstacle. Be present. I never wrote a counseling statement on tardiness, but I knew that 3 tardies would get you discharged out the military. A lot of you guys probably didn't know that. 3 tardies. But I'll give you a verbal. That's 1. I'll give you a verbal. That's 2. I'll give you a verbal. That was it. The 3rd time that counsel statement comes, it's gonna be on paper. I never wrote these guys up, but I talked to them. He'd straighten up. After the 2nd time, I never had to write it down because they heeded what I told them. I said, hey, come to work, learn your job, do it well, make some mistakes. We're not perfect, because the day you claim that you're perfect is the day that they're gonna say you have a problem. You have an alcohol problem, you have a drug problem, you have a gambling problem, you have a marital problem, you have a problem. You have a problem in your life, and people will see that. I guarantee you, everybody heard me say I'm not perfect. I'm not. But I learned how to take care of the people, the soldiers, the family. The family, and I see a lot of mothers out here, the families, you know, hey, you guys are very important for us. Because at any given day, and I know we have some folks here that hasn't deployed, but I was deployed. And I tell you, when I first got that first phone call, you know, they said I was gonna be deployed, the tears rolled down. You know, I wasn't ready for it. The 2nd time I sat down with my family, I said, hey, I'm a soldier first. Mothers, fathers out here, you know, take care of your soldiers, take care of your family, keep it all together. Because without the family, we can't go out and do our mission the way we're supposed to do if we're stressing about things back home. When we go for those 2 weeks or those 3 weeks of schooling, 6 months over in Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever it may be, we always have to know that somewhere, someday, we may get that phone call. We may get that phone call to ship out. that brings up one more story that you know, I have to touch this because I received that phone call in 2004 to go notify a family that their soldier wasn't coming home. So in my last 3 years here, I've talked to the E6s and the E7s to get prepared. Prepare your family. Let them know, you know, if something happened, be prepared. If somebody knock on the door with a big smile on their face, and then they tell you, they gotta know, they gotta be prepared for it. This moment here is something that I'll never forget. Where you guys, surprised me today. With this here, I was gonna take care of my deed. That's why I got a little dressed up and stuff. And then I said, well, when we finish this, I figured it was just gonna be, probably a plaque or something and stuff, or we just gonna sit around and drink. I thought it was gonna be a bone game going somewhere, When Sergeant Wilson came, just for 3 years today, we sat down, we talked, and he pretty much just pushed me to the side. So as far as I got this. So that was a little bit of relief off of me. And if I back it up, when I arrived here in 2014, I came in and the first thing I heard from the soldiers, and I tell you it was NCOs, it was negative. And I had to say time out. I'm the new guy. I was in civilian clothes. I'm the new guy, and that's the last thing I want to hear is a negative vibe about your unit. And asked them what their rank was. I said, I'll talk to you guys later. And when I looked on the bulletin board, I saw a training schedule. It was dated January 2014. I'm like, what's up with that? Well, they don't want me to do it. I'm like, what's your rank? I'm an E6. I said, well, you won the first problem right there. Because if you're a staff sergeant, you still should be able to do a training schedule. I go to the commander, first sergeant, what do you want me to do? I just want you to do the training schedule. Is that it? But I know more. That's all they wanted me to do was the training schedule. And I said, first thing I asked for was what?
MTB.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
All the time.
I wanted that MTB. For you civilian folks, that's a yearly training brief. I got it, and I sat down, and I did a 1 quarter. And I sat down with the commander, with his MTB and his YTC, and he pulls out his red ink pen. I tell you, out of all the years, I never saw a commander pull out a red ink pen on me. And he wanted to try to mark something, and I said, no. It's on your YTC. He went to something else and wanted to write make a correction on it. No, it's on your YTC. You're the training calendar. So he put that ink pen back up and signed it. That was the last thing I heard from him because I did my job. That is what we're supposed to do on any job. Any job is to come in. We as leaders have to train our subordinates, our peers, to do the job correctly. Then you learn those shortcuts. 85-15. They snigger, they know what I'm talking about. 85-15. The 3-6 rule. Okay. Those are things that I learned. These guys know what I'm talking about. 3-6. So they use that. I've used it since and I tell you guys, I've been an NCO since 1985 before some of you guys and Sergeant Clements. I tell you.
I was only one. Stop it. Don't do
I gotta go there.
Don't do
We were in a briefing, and I was the last one to speak. And I said I've been in 33 years. She looked at me like, so I wasn't even born yet, So that's how long I've been in. I've been in. I saw some things, but I've been an NCO since 1985, and I've always walked in, and I took charge. Every unit that I've been in, and I've only been in 9 units in 33 years, almost 34, and I've always walked in, found something that needs to be fixed. I'm the guy that's gonna come in and I'm gonna take charge of something that needs to be fixed. You don't know I can do it, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be in my comfort zone. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I tell Mr. Clarence, Sergeant Major Clarence, Mr. Williams, I'm gonna come in and I'm getting back in my comfort zone. Ever since I was a private, by 10:30 I was done doing what I was gonna do for the day. If you needed me, you knew where to find me. I was around. So I've lived by that. Take care of my commander, take care of my first sergeant, take care of my soldiers. Yes, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna look at that UMR and I see that new name pop up. I'm gonna tell you, I'm the first one to see it. I'm gonna see it, and I know he's a new person. I'm gonna find a number. I'm gonna get the retention. Give me a telephone number. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna welcome that person to the unit, and I'm gonna give them the phone number to the platoon sergeant, the first sergeant, the UA. That's what we're supposed to do. Welcome the soldier to the unit, make them a part of the unit, know the soldiers, know their family. I see all my families out there, they know who I am. The babies smile when they see me. Why? Because that's what leaders supposed to do. We're supposed to know our families. You guys are my family. You're my Evansville family. You're the last group of soldiers that I have worked with day to day. Sergeant Taylor. You know, man, he hated to see me coming. You know, if I came in, he knew if I came in, I needed something. I needed him to take care of something real fast. Sergeant Kevin Ellis. You know, I told her she was leaving. You know, she got here, you know what I'm saying? You're leaving and stuff, you're going to get promoted. You know, you came in, what, E3, E4? See, she came in E4, and I tell you, in a couple months, you know, she made E5, and she's gone. Especially with Sergeant Principe, I told him he need to learn how to do the motor pool. And I tell him, I'm not in your chain of command, but I can help you. That's what we do. That's what soldiers do. We help each other. I never knew what a battle buddy was, because back in the day we didn't call them battle buddies. Now you got a new term, warrior companion. I know most of you guys still ain't using that one and stuff, you know, but we got them posted, you know, we got them. You know, so I made with there, he's a warrior companion now. My commander. I tell you, I remember when I first saw him, he walked in with his monster. You know, he got his monster and stuff. I said, sir, you know, we need to sit down. We need to sit down. We need to review this. We need to go over the cash. We need to go to ATN. We need to go. You know, listen to me, sir. Review your emails. Check your emails out. That's what we do. We get the information down to you, review it, look at it again. If you don't know, I don't know. Specialist Lockhart, you know, I just met her. I told her I'm not a supply sergeant, but I guarantee you and stuff, I can help you get the job done. One of my best of sex stories, I got Sergeant Atkinson over there. Yeah, I tell you, I used to tell that guy, you know, to be quiet sometime, you know. But some months ago, I told him, I said, you're moving back to Evansville where you're supposed to be. Because he was going to Jeffersonville because he wanted to avoid some people. I'm like, no, those days are long gone. Come back over where you're supposed to be, do what you're supposed to do, and advance, get promoted. He's got promoted now. He's a sergeant. He's moving up. I think you heard you got accepted to the HER tour. It's about the family. It's about the family, folks. I could go on and on and on about things that we could do to better ourselves, to better our unit. The main thing, you know, is treating everybody with respect, equal opportunity. You know, we got so much drama going on in the world, we don't need it amongst ourselves. You know, my wife, I tell you, she's been with me going on 30 years. And I tell you, I told her I ain't have no money when I met her, but I like you. You know, and she said, you ain't had no money when I met you, you know. And she stuck beside me. When I went to Afghanistan, you know, she cried, you know, we had a little family issue. I said, we don't have any problems now. Won't have any while we're gone, and we won't have any while I'm back. You know, when I return. I've been back, you know, since 2006. Life's been good. My body started breaking down on me. It really hurt. I used to work these guys tough, you know, so I participate. Some of the ones used to know, you know, we used to do PT.
I think you beat me in push-ups.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. You know, I held off as long as I could, but I'm going in for surgery Wednesday. Hopefully, you know, it'll be a successful one, and I'll be back up, moving around like I'm supposed to. You know, I can't wait to get back on the dance floor. Yeah, I come by the center. Why do I come by the center? I come by the center because you're the only people I know in Evansville, except for you know, Paul over there. You know, and sometimes I come over to the reserve center.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you know, Paul, I come over and see Paul, you know, and I sit and talk to him, you know, but he wrapped up on Gunsmoke or Gilligan's Island or something on TV land, you know, so he really ain't got enough time to talk to me, you know. But
I'm wrapped up on more than that.
you know, so I'm boiling. You know, she comes by the office. You know, she came by, you know, I said, you need to come by and see me, you know, come walk on my side, come on my side of the building, because we're peaceful on this side of the building. You know, we take care of our business and stuff, you know, and we sit down and we communicate with each other. And she started coming by, and I appreciate you coming by, you know, and saying hi to me, good morning. Mr. Clary, you know, I never forget the first day I met him. He saw Wilson, and I was sitting at the domino table, and he was talking, and I pulled out my phone, and he was like, son, I know you're not texting and stuff while we're talking. And so Wilson say, nah, he ain't texting. He getting ready to take your picture. and I took his picture and stuff, and I said, what you doing? I said, yeah, I'm putting your picture on so when you call me and stuff, I can see your ugly mug right there and stuff, you know, when you call me and stuff, you know. So he was like, wow, I ain't never heard nothing like that, you know. And yeah, so I appreciate you, you know, you always came by to help me. And it makes you feel good when you have your superiors coming by to ask you for advice on something. I never claimed to be perfect, but I knew a little something. If I didn't know it, I knew where to find the answer. You know, there was a phone call away. Somebody in HRC, you know, somebody in another unit somewhere, you know, an old commander, an old sergeant major, an old NCO. You know, they was a phone call away. And Mr. Williams, I met him when I first got here in 2014. And it was like, need to watch him and stuff, you know, he's real cranky. You know, I said, well, let me find out for myself. You know, and I went in and he pretty much had to kick me out of his office because we broke it off. You know, we just had a nice conversation the very first day that we talked. You know, and he was like, so I need to get back to work and stuff. You know, because we sat down and we started and we had a conversation. You know, and we went around the world just talking about stuff. And when he came back, I was excited to see him because I know that we could sit down and talk. I could come in and sit down with him and we could talk, and I'd ask him, hey, can I sit down? Yeah, sit down, you know, because my leg hurting me, you know, and we talk. And my sergeant degree, staff sergeant degree now, you know, I told her she was leaving. You know, that's my motto, you know, I said it when I got here, and I've always said it, I'm leaving. You know, why? Because I'm not setting roots here. You know, I'm not setting roots, you know, in this unit. You know, I'm gonna do my job, You know, I'm gonna leave something back for you all to carry with you, you know, so you can pass it on to the next soldier. It's hard to agree, I tell you. You know, she had 100 things she was doing. She like one of them little Jamaicans and stuff. Got 100 jobs and stuff. You know, it was almost like we threw her up under the bus. You know, and said, hey, you know, get a sergeant degree. She'll take it and stuff. You know, but she took it. You know, she was doing motor pool stuff. She was doing supply stuff. She was doing, you know, training. She was doing everything. She never complained. At least she never complained to me. And she always knew. If she heard that, she knew it was me. Anybody knew it was me. When I came to your door, I always did one of them numbers, and you knew. Oh, that's all Forrest. You already knew. I didn't even have to say who I was. She's the future. You know, we have to teach our soldiers to be strong, independent leaders, be able to stand up for what they know is right. You know, do what is needed to do to take care of the unit, that private. The first sergeant, our first sergeant, I tell you, he never had to worry about anything. I wish he was here, because I'll never forget when he showed up here. You know, he was like, he went to his YTB, what, 2-3 weeks in the unit? He went to the YTB, and they said, well, how do you know all this information? Sergeant Wilson and Sergeant Forrest. Yes, we played dominoes. Get a workshop on it, you know, in a heartbeat. Well, my whole career. Either I was shooting pool, playing ping pong, playing foosball, playing basketball. One of my jobs, I had a basketball court. So we played basketball. The commander was there. The first sergeant was there. It could be 10:30 in the morning. We out shooting basketball while we had a basketball goal. We did our job and we chilled. That's what I was taught. Take care of your job first. Take care of your job first. So Wilson, I tell you, Kim called you DeAndre and stuff. Every time I say something Wilson, she's like, who is this something Wilson? And I got to call him DeAndre and stuff, and then she knows. But you've helped me a whole lot these last 3 years plus, and I really appreciate it. You know, I got to catch myself every morning now, because I'm a text away, to remind you of something. You know, it's still up here. You know, I've absorbed it. There's nothing sticking on the side of my head now. There's nothing sticking here now. I have absorbed you guys. I only worked with Sergeant Wilson for a little bit, but I saw all the time. Ryan, her husband, and her children. You know, I saw Mr. Jordan, he coming in the building on a regular basis, trying to text her something, get his stuff, and then finally he landed a secure job, something that he could do. But I have absorbed you guys. I threw a lot at you guys. You may not have liked it, but I'll tell you in a heartbeat, I don't care if you don't like it or not. I'm not here to be your buddy. But later on that day, we'll be sitting down having a good time. I really appreciate what you guys did for me today. The gifts and stuff, I always wanted to know what I was going to put on the front of my car, and I got that, so I got that, and I kid you not, I looked at a retirement cap Saturday, Kim and I went shopping, and I looked at the one and I put it back. I put it back and stuff because I didn't like it, but I liked that one, I appreciate it and stuff, Thank you guys for coming out and stuff, and I may be retired, but I have not expired. Thanks. I ain't letting my nieces stuff, forgot to mention you.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. That's the way I
Every day
like
I come back there and stuff.
That's the way I prefer it.
They come over there and say hi to you.
33 years, we got my ticket.
Right.
I told you.
That's